Hello, everybody.
Afternoon, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
I am stoked for this episode.
Yeah,
We've got 4 to go.
just four. Someone let us know on Patreon that the last four, after they canceled the show, because Fox wanted to do Arrested Development extra dirty, I guess, just one Friday night for a 2-hour block, aired the last four just to dump them out and move on.
That's so crappy.
I know this is not that show, Fox. This show is great.
Well, I think Fox is famous for they canceled a lot of shows in their history. I think.
Have they?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know Netflix has kind of taken that crown as far as the network that'll start a show and not let the show develop it and cancel it first.
Well, at least
before we get there,
at least they're not as evil as David Zaslav. We're just scrap an entire movie, you know?
right? We'll just vault it.
But no, it's like I'm kind of surprised because Fox is the network. When I was a kid, I was watching Family Guy on Fox, I think. And
they canceled it for a while, didn't they?
For a bit.
Early on.
Yeah, they somehow it made it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I don't know how that show,
Sure.
which is even more risque than this, made it as long as it did, probably because it had a million viewers, But, like, I always saw promos for random TV shows on Fox, like, brand new show. And then,
Right.
like, a month later, it's just, you don't see it again. You never hear
Sure.
it again. So that's really crappy that this show got that treatment.
Yeah, I wish a lot more shows were given the opportunity to like grow over a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Like the Office or like Parks and Rec, right? Easily could have been canceled after a season.
It's a miracle they weren't.
Right?
Honestly.
And they let them retool and in season 2 and then retool again in the case of Parks and Rec in season 3.
Yeah.
And by season 3, The Office and Parks and Rec were both really great shows.
The fact that they got 2 seasons to define
Right,
their
yeah.
footing- find their
Exactly.
footing,
And I just don't feel like we do that enough anymore.
And I think this show has been on point from the beginning.
The show is rock solid since the first 5 minutes of the pilot.
So it just goes to show.
So is this the new trick? Just that first joke.
No, Michael. A trick is something.
Yeah.
But no, it's like I think that this is an example of how streaming can be used for good because if this was a streaming show to begin with, we would have gotten 11 seasons probably. You know
For
what I mean?
sure. Yeah. I just think the TV viewing audience wasn't ready for this kind of sitcom.
Yeah, different times.
And you can say like, well, if it came out 10 years later, cable or streaming service, it would have done better. But at the same time, it changed the game, I feel like, on how a lot of television shows, especially sitcoms, were done. Like, this kind of had to be the brilliant sacrificial lamb.
100%.
We don't get Family Guy or
30 Rock.
30 Rock, yeah.
Any situational sitcom, really.
Right, yeah. Any sitcom that's
pushing
really
boundaries.
kind of right. That's really kind of follow it through threads. I cannot talk today. Threads and through lines with stories and things like that. It's kind of serialized sitcoms.
Yeah.
There really wasn't one before this. I don't feel like.
I haven't seen continuity done this way.
No, not at all.
I
Not
haven't.
to this extreme. There have been other serialized sitcoms. Please don't bombard me on YouTube with angry comments because I said that.
Three's Company, dang it.
When I watched Some Like It Hot recently, which I absolutely loved, and I kind of compared the comedy writing that like this is not like sitcom writing where the setup and punchline
Sure.
at the time was so obvious, and somebody kind of unloaded on me about great writing in sitcoms and gave me a list. I'm like, I was speaking generally. I didn't mean every single sitcom has had bad writing.
It is a different medium.
Yeah, it completely is, right? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Next time I will make sure I say, in a lot of cases, I'll put that qualifier on all of it. I thought, as adults speaking to adults, that I meant that it was clear I didn't mean every single example in history.
Guys in the comments right now being like, well, you were wrong.
I say Adam Sandler's movies are bad, but I say that with the understanding that there are a couple of really good Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, like
there
Jack
are.
like Jack and Jill,
Shut up, man. All right, we've meandered. I'm sorry about wandering. Let's begin. Let's thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here and give a special thank you to all of our super patrons: AB, Actuarial Lurker, Balash Foldes, Chris, Derek Peterson, MTC93, Jamie Morgan, Jeff, Christy Goverson, NJ, Sudugunda Varapu, Torgeir Lingstad, Trey Contreras, WearPanda47, Natasha Norris, and Yannick from Montreal. Thank you so much, guys. We're really glad you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, welcome to our channel. If you mind hitting the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we're watching, check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. On everything on Patreon, you're going to have to sync and watch along in your own source material. We follow copyright law, so you're just going to see and hear us. We're also way ahead on our shows over there.
We are. and I don't like Jack and Jill.
Michael had received a witness list for his father's upcoming trial.
Who's on the list?
They've got one guy who won't be talking. That is, unless there's a hand inside of him.
Oh, please, Michael. Even then, I wouldn't say anything.
God.
Yes! I got him in the system.
You did this on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
So Franklin's going to be on trial?
Please. Well, he's going to be testifying on George's trial.
Oh, I need to see that.
Am I on the list?
We all are.
Guess what?
But I don't know anything.
He certainly hasn't heard anything.
Mother doesn't know anything.
I don't know anything.
Buster knew a great deal, for Lucille almost nightly got drunk and told him.
More significantly, they've put an N Bluth
Yes.
on the witness list.
Oh, that doesn't stand for what I think it stands for.
Yeah.
Is there an N Bluth in the family that we don't know about? They say there's been money found in an account under that name.
The prosecution is trying to test us, see if we're going to turn against each other. They make stuff up. He, she, what's the difference?
Oh, here. In the dark, it all looks the same.
Oh my God!
Jan Eagleman.
She's from the Justice TV.
Not another media whore. You know, frankly, I think I can put together a pretty good defense.
Devotees will remember that Michael once played a lawyer.
We're devotees.
Oh, please, you'd be a lousy attorney. The first piece of evidence against us, you'd run for the hills. And she is not charging us anything.
I'd like to see a whore that does that.
She wants us to do a mock trial, sort of a dry run, just to get us ready.
You notice how Franklin got sideburns now?
Yeah.
You got a hairdo.
No one is going to lie on that stand.
And no one is going to betray the family.
Michael met with Justice TV's Jan Eagleman, who was currently doing a tech rehearsal.
for my new show, Judge Reinhold.
This is what they put me in. Why did I
Oh,
lose
wow.
my
It is Judge
They put me
Reinhold.
in a pool cover.
He showed up for 2 seconds
Are
last
you
week.
an actual judge?
Did he?
Yeah, he was in the Andy Richter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So you're doing this because your name is Judge?
Honestly, this is the first time I've put those two things together.
Here you want to do a mock trial.
My name is Judge.
Yep.
We can do it here on the set, because I'm looking for Judge Reinhold to have a little practice, too. Families that do well, the ones that stick together.
Well, that's us. Going to need a defense attorney, right, for the mock trial, and that's not going to be cheap.
You know the case. Why not you?
Yeah.
And that's when Michael found out his brother Buster was in a coma.
What happened?
With his eyes
His eyes open?
Right, it's one of those things where he's unconscious throughout the entire trial, and when it's over, he wakes up and gets a big toy.
Did you put one of your sons into a coma so that he can't testify?
Michael, how dare you? He got into your brother's pills.
Not the forget-me-nows.
He asked me for them. I didn't know. I thought he was dating again.
Oh, how awful. We don't have a private room.
And I'm lucky. I have the resources to pay for these medical bills.
You have resources? Money should be spent on dating. Is that what you're gonna say?
Let's go ahead and wait outside.
Oh my
So-
God.
Oh, Lindsay.
She's a monster.
She is. But she won't seal the deal, though. She never can.
You realize that Buster's probably in this state because of you and Mom? He's obviously afraid of what he knows, and he's just trying to forget. I'm going to need some real answers out of you pretty soon, because I've just discussed it with Jan. I am going to be pretending to be your attorney at the mock trial.
Wait, not the Judge Reinhold show from all those magazine ads. They're all over the place.
Name is Judge. I didn't even know that this kind of technology existed. I could use this in my ventriloquism act.
Buster's in what we call a light to no coma. In layman's terms, it might be considered a very heavy nap. Oh, highly likely this is fake. Although there doesn't seem to be very much brain activity.
No, that's him.
I say we see how this plays out.
Absolutely. And we're going to be here every day. I don't care if it takes from now to the end of Shrimp Fest.
Well, if this young man gets bored, we need a lot of volunteers here at the hospital. Oh, you want excitement? Well, we have a group of young people who put on fake weddings for our Alzheimer's patients.
Whoa.
That's dark.
Would I have to touch the old people?
Only their hearts. You could be a groom. Bring a little girlfriend up there with you, or a cousin. Of course, you're gonna have to kiss.
Or a cousin.
Guess who liked that idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know exactly the cousin. It's just the girl I would want to give, and she'll want to give too.
Oh, my God.
Stop
Yeah,
speaking.
Stop it. We got you, George.
I feel like if they weren't so self-centered, they would have caught what was going on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Giving up hope on Buster pretty quickly there, Lindsay.
Listen, I know Buster. I know what he wants.
Do is lay in bed all day and eat soup. I'd be happy. I wouldn't even have to taste it. I could just take it through a tube.
Hot ham water?
The hot ham water, yeah.
Never let me die.
Yeah, he wants out. Anyway, you and I both know he's probably just faking.
Who's this little friend? And he'll say, my name is Judge. Whose name is Judge?
His shirt, George Bush doesn't like black puppets.
Oh my God.
Please
Oh,
stop.
now you're correcting my grammar?
Job, not going to put Franklin on the stand, and your lips aren't moving, just a little bit. Yeah. But if it is indeed just a ploy on their part, then the only bombshell that they've got is a blueprint of an Iraqi model home with no record. We actually got paid for it, although this is strange. Looks like there's a secret room in this one. Check on Buster. We do need to stick together as a family on this.
Actually gonna go swipe some more talking magazines, but...
And Michael found that there was indeed a secret room where his father had stored the family mementos.
Michael Bluth?
Oh.
So there's an account in his name.
Is he trying to set me up? If I'm Ed Bluth, I'm going to prison.
Like Succession, where he tries to send Kendall to prison.
Right.
My dad's trying to pin all of his crimes on N. Bluth, and I might be N. Bluth. All of our family records are up here. And for some reason, this stack of bodybuilding magazines.
Oh.
I was trying to beef up to impress that wife of mine, but now she's after some rich guy who's trying to kill his mom.
I gotta go talk to my dad. You coming out?
No, I have to fight for my wife.
We'd have to kiss. Wouldn't that be kind of weird after what we've been through?
Well, that was a long time ago.
Well, it does sound like a good twist on a wedding film.
A film?
Without the corny runaway bride bit in the middle.
Like many people who no longer felt anything for each other, they decided to get married.
Legally, that's my real name. You've been doing all the Iraq business under it, thinking that it wouldn't be traceable, but it is, and I'm going down.
What kind of father do you think I am? They even got your birth date wrong.
That is my birthday.
You're not N. Bluth. There is no N. Bluth.
I called Jan Eagleman about this, and she says it sounds pretty bad.
Because it has shown me that you cannot be involved in the real defense.
Oh, come on.
Why can't you be like Buster? He put himself in a coma.
He's taking a nap.
All they're doing in there is trying to keep people alive. It's a live mill. Guys, Bri and I believed every human being. Now, why don't we leave the fruits with the vegetables and go get a coffee?
Oh my God.
These two
putting on a wedding for the Alzheimer's patient.
Leave the fruits with the vegetables.
And now they are truly family.
And maybe did the thing she had always thought was so corny.
I can't do this. I can't do this.
And ran away.
What are we gonna do?
Now it's a bar mitzvah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so sad.
That is awful.
Plus, we need to be prepared for our testimony.
You're not doing any of that my name is Judge stuff on the stand, okay?
No. They're all out of magazines at the hospital. Check this out. You'll say, "Who's this old friend?" And I'll say, "Well, he's not really feeling that well."
Patient presented with gastric
Oh my God.
Wow.
He's still mouthing it.
You stole the doctor's tape recorder?
It's the tape.
I'm giving it back to him.
I need this. My career needs this. You know what? Dad was right. If you really cared about this family, you'd be more supportive of me in this.
Wayne, what are you doing here?
We heard about the trial. We want to make a deal with you.
A deal? It's a mock trial.
Anything said in a mock trial or daytime courtroom show can be used in any real criminal proceeding
my
or
God.
primetime procedural show.
Taking a shot at the Patriot Act, which was garbage.
Anyway, you put your dad on the stand, get him talking, and you get full
It'd be
immunity.
crazy if he
If
was
you don't do
producer
it,
of the show.
we're going to go after N. Bluth. We think that's you. Think about it, Michael. It may be time to cut and run.
We don't do that in my family.
Nice shot in the background.
Still a lot of Iraq War references.
Yeah.
He had just run away from a fake wedding that had gotten a little too real.
That is not
Maybe
exercising.
was still a child in many ways.
Yeah, I come here to think myself sometimes, you know. So, what happened back there?
I don't know. I guess I just got a little weirded out. I mean, we're cousins.
We weren't there for ourselves today. We were there to bring happiness to others. Left a lot of old people sad there today.
Again, not true.
Yeah.
I'm just saying maybe we could take those weird feelings and turn them into something positive.
He really wanted that kiss.
Hey, you guys know about this room too, huh? I'm just looking for some evidence for my trial against Pop-Up. For Pop-Up.
Farmer, there's a problem in 302. The patient's having a bad reaction to the tetracycline.
Tetracycline? Didn't I say not to give him that?
tape.
I'm trying to get on with my life. And you know what? You can't deal with it.
No, I can't, Lindsay.
You're not interested in me.
And you're not capable of intimacy.
Well, just fake it!
Coma.
And believe it or not, that actually got through to them.
Is that William Hung?
highest honor,
Oh my
Judge
God.
William Hung and his jury.
I didn't
Judge
catch
Reinhold
that.
is neither a real judge nor is he received acting's highest honor.
The proceedings got underway, and the Bluths set about pretending they were a family that sticks together.
I spend so much time making sweet love on my wife.
On my wife.
Oh my God.
You're a witness.
I have nothing.
Oh, how should I know where the money comes from? I just know where it goes. To taking care of my poor comatose son.
I have no cross at this time.
This is why you're not handling my real defense. Listen, have fun out there, because this is the last time you're going to see this side of a courtroom till your second wife divorces your freckled ass.
Whoa.
I would like to call to the stand Franklin.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm very curious to see where this is going. I'm going to allow it.
I was approached by the real prosecution recently and was asked if I would be willing to turn on my family and save myself.
If you don't do it, we're going to go after N. Bluth, and we think that's you.
Why do there have to be puppets like Frank?
Think about it, Michael.
Well, it looks like we've got a mistrial.
Blast from the past,
mock
though.
trial. Why don't you just take it to the grand jury?
Wanted to prove to you that I could do it. I'm going to a grand jury with that now.
Michael had no idea that's what he was supposed to do.
No one's closer than the Bluth family.
Is that Caroline from New Girl, the waitress / the waitress? It kind of looks like her, right?
It kind of looks like her. I don't think it's her, though.
Okay.
Fake priest was called to a patient's room, and Father Ben filled in,
Oh, no.
not knowing it was fake. Mock trial with Jay Reinhold leads to imitators.
All rise, Bud Court is now in session.
All right, let's lose the puppet.
And Michael discovers that he wasn't in Bluth after all.
I have an older sister.
So much for not abandoning family.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Twist. That's definitely coming back, right? Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah, man. You know what? I think the next few episodes are going to be outstanding because it's been bananas.
Yeah, well, they know it's ending, so I like the fact that we're going to close it up on what we've been building to since episode 1, George's trial.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm really glad that, I mean, I don't know how it ends. He may be guilty. It may be complete chaos. He may run away, and that's how it ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We may end the show with George Sr. Sailing away on the boat, you know, or something. Yeah, or running down the street.
Okay, so with the show ending then, I want to see some characters that we haven't seen in a while.
Sure.
I want to see Henry Winkler. I want to see Kitty again.
Yeah. Well, because if you're going to have the trial, you can bring anybody back
Yeah.
to have them testify.
And it doesn't have to make sense.
Isn't
honestly.
that what the last episode of Seinfeld basically did? Was brought a lot of characters back?
Yeah.
For a
pretty
court
much.
thing?
It's
Yeah.
like a way to say goodbye.
Right, right.
You know? But yeah, no, like seriously, like it could just be chaos. I think I think that's the MO in the writers' room. They're like, you know what, anarchy. We're going for it.
For sure.
Just go to town.
Every joke possible. My God, they have Tobias going wild on this, don't they?
Yep, the fruits and the vegetables line was pretty.
Fruits and the veg. Yeah, let's leave the fruits with the vegetables. Oh my God! And the fact that he just has his private hangout room with his stack of men's magazines.
This is my dad's workout room. There's not a single piece of equipment in that
right?
room.
Yeah, there's nothing
Just a
exercise
stack
with
of
there.
magazines.
Yeah.
God, you know what? Hey, happy ending for George Michael. I guess he got to marry his cousin.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no legal standing there, really. But I don't know if that's something they actually address again, or if it's just done.
With the continuity in this show, who knows?
Right.
Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, they bring up stuff that we don't even think about.
Right. And you never really know with those on the next. Most of the time they don't carry over.
Sure.
Sometimes they do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to say with this one.
Yeah. I just love everything about this show. This season specifically has been like a perfect season of television, in my opinion.
It's been pretty bonkers, but it's been a great time. Yeah.
I'm sad to see it go.
I am too. All right. We'll catch you next one, guys. Thank you.
See ya.